back, everyone. 8:15. A lot of stuff going on, not only locally, but also in Washington. And we have Senator John McCain in the studio this morning. Want to begin quickly. I walked in this morning. Obviously, some primaries going on around the country. And the headline says, you know, insiders dealt a little bit of a blow. Does that make you concerned at all?
No. But it all depends on campaigns. Campaigns matter. The kind of campaigns you run matter. That's what usually makes the differences in elections. And so I'm doing fine, but there is no doubt that there is a strong anti-incumbency, anti-Washington movement out there. The anger, look, they just passed another $26 billion yesterday. They're going to raise people's taxes, is supposed to, quote, hire teachers, in all due respect, as a testimony to the clout of the teachers' unions with the Congress, with the Democrats. I mean, look, the spending goes on and on. Stock market is going down today. Of course people are unhappy. The stimulus package, Obamacare, the financial regulatory bill, I mean, it's government from the left. And America is a right-of-center nation.
Do you think they're doing anything right? Or is there anything the Obama administration has done that actually you're impressed by or you're happy with?
Well, I think maybe honoring the Naval Academy football team won the Army-Navy game.
So you're reaching in your mind. Yesterday, though, they did agree to spend a lot more money sending people to the border. And a lot.
They did, but they left out Operation Streamline, which is very important, and we need the Guard. We need more. Look, and they played a game in the House and the Senate. They could have taken the Senate bill that we passed last Thursday. Then they had to call it a House bill and send it back to the Senate. Come on, you know, that's all inside the Beltway stuff. But look, the American people are sick and tired of the spending. The spending. The president keeps saying, well, the Republicans have no good idea. Here's a good idea, Mr. President. Stop spending. You know, the way that the British are doing. New British government, conservative government. Yes, you know what they're doing? Stopping spending. And so here we have these bleak economic numbers, and after having mortgaged our kids' futures for $1.1 trillion. And by the way, and the reason why I don't have why I'm confident of victory, I led the fight against the stimulus package. I led the fight against Obamacare. I am effective for the state of Arizona on what they really care about.
Do you guys talk at all? I mean, when was the last time? Do you ever?
No, he doesn't. No.
Doesn't take your calls anymore?
It isn't that he doesn't take my calls. He doesn't consult with any Republicans. Maybe one or two, but he had a meeting with Senator McConnell, a Republican leader, last week. First meeting they'd had in months. Now, look, Ronald Reagan used to sit down with the Democrats and say, look, what do you want? At least they had communications. They don't have any communications with us. But they're going to have to, beginning in January. They're going to have to.
Want to switch gears completely and talk a little pop culture, because I got to tell you, I'm sort of getting sick of doing Levi Johnston stories. I can't imagine what you would do had your daughter been wrapped up in someone like Levi Johnston, who just recently appeared on the red carpet with some other gal. I mean, do you ever call your friend Sarah Palin and say anything about this, or does it ever come up?
No, it doesn't. Look, all of our children, we hope and pray and do the best we can and hope and pray they're going to be okay. And you just want them to be happy. You know, I've reached a stage in my life where I want them to be happy in their lives and lead productive lives. And so my heart goes out to family members, and you and I have had no friends who have been great parents, and yet they've had difficulties. So they're in our thoughts and prayers, and Sarah and Todd are in ours. And they also have other children who are doing extremely well, as you know. And in this day and age and all the exposure, it's very tough on kids. You know, my daughter Megan, who blogs, you know, she and I don't agree on every issue. And that's healthy, because we have healthy discussions around the dinner table. And so, but, you know, you never know in life. But I'm proud of my kids.
I would imagine.
Thank you, God.
Yeah, you've got great kids, and I would imagine that they've kept you somewhat current. So does your daughter have to say, Dad, Snooki is on the New Jersey thing, and she just tweeted about the tanning tax? Does she have to let you know about some of the stuff?
She didn't have to let me know about that. I mean, that is widespread.
You watched that show?
I've watched it a couple of times. It's unbelievable. But a lot of our viewers don't know. Snooki said John McCain wouldn't have raised the taxes on tanning beds because he's so pale. So I tweeted back, yes, you're right, I wouldn't have raised taxes, but be sure to wear sunscreen. Now the question for our viewers is, Snooki now claims that she is too good looking to go to jail. Now, is Snooki too good looking? We should have an online poll here at Channel 3. Right. Is Snooki too good looking to go to jail?
I can answer for Scott. I know what Scott's answer would be. In all seriousness,
Scott would probably say yes.
No, Scott, I think, would say no.
By the way, D-backs have been playing very well. And good games recently. I think they're 4 out of 6 or something like that. Way to go. Come on back. There's hope everywhere. They're playing very well.
And I should mention, I don't know if we're tossing to Kaylee, what Senator John McCain actually does watch. In fact, you and my husband would completely agree on TV choices. He watches Breaking Bad and Mad Men. Do you watch Friday Night Lights?
No.
Okay, that's another.
I've watched The Tudors, which I thought was really excellent. Weeds is a very interesting series. A lot of these series, because I can record them, you don't have to, but Breaking Bad is really good, but Mad Men, I think, is just about my favorite. Don Draper is
Kaylee, we love
remarkable
Don Draper. Yeah. John Hamm is just one of the best. Kaylee joined us. Senator McCain, thank you for joining us this morning.